Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm a long-time fan, but this is my first upload, and today I'm going to show you my multiplayer train station. I absolutely love Redstone, and the more complex it gets, the more I love it. So truthfully, I've been contemplating a multiplayer train station since I first saw CR3W Productions. He made a video on a train station, with minecarts just about 6 years ago. Then a couple of weeks ago I came upon Maizuma Games. He made a video on automatic minecart routing systems with four-way intersection, just like the one you see behind me. That made me realize how I could combine 6 different designs made by other people so that it would work as a multiplayer train station. The cool thing about this is it uses no minecarts with hoppers, it uses no mods and no command blocks. So without further ado, let's check it out. So we're beginning at Maizuma Games Station, since it's his original design that I tweaked a bit. Me and Cyronaut are gonna switch places. He's on the opposite side of the intersection, and yeah, we're gonna meet up, and the intersection will send us in each of our direction. So I'm gonna choose Station 4, and he will choose Station 8, and off we go. So I don't really know when he went off, but what the system does, it's my signal gets sent to the buffer, like the one you see out there, and that stores my signal until I reach the detector rail right here. That sends my signal into the intersection and stores it there to compare if there are other players or anything. If there are, I will have to wait. If not, I will go straight through. So let's see. Oh, Cyronaut's already through. So maybe I'll have to wait. Oh, I had. Let's see. It's not actually that long, and off I am in the eastern direction. So the way the system works is it uses 2 signals. One of them is the destination, that's where you're going, and the other one is your origination. So each track has an origination code that tells the system where you came from, and that lets it know whose turn it is. So let's see, now we're on the station. So this time we're gonna test both of us going in the northern direction, meaning that we're both gonna be traveling out the same route of the intersection and off to 2 different stations. So I'm gonna choose Station 6. Let's see, the other way. That's the Cyronaut station. He needs some credit for what he did. So, and Cyronaut is going to Station 5, both of them in the northern direction. So the same thing happens again. My destination signal gets sent to the buffer, that stores it and sends it to the intersection now. And then the signal in the intersection compares my destination with the origination. So this time maybe I should go first through the intersection because my route is shortest. So let's see. Soon we should be able to see Cyronaut as well. And off I go to north, and there he's coming. Oh! He didn't even have to wait. Hey, I can't see him. So probably just some lag, or maybe my render distance. So these chunk buffers is on every track between the intersections. And actually there's no limit to how many intersections you can have, but there is a limit to the amount of stations. And you can only have 15 stations in this design. So now I should be going straight, and Cyronaut should be going right. Yeah, Station 6 is right, and straight I went. Oh, I can barely see him. Yep, you can see him out there, and right he went. So that's actually the multiplayer train station working. It's beautiful. So now let's check out the system. So to show you properly how this works, we're going to start at the beginning. Of course, the station. It's the simplest of it all. I use Maizuma Games' original station selector that makes a stable signal into an impulse that we send to what we call a chunk buffer. So Cyronaut is gonna take a cart into the intersection, and then I'm gonna show you how it works. So when the signal gets to the chunk buffer, in here there's a counter, also designed by Maizuma Games and showcased by Crafty Masterman. That will count up one person. Let's see. There. That is then sent to a selector that knows how many people. The line can handle up to 5. You can just extend it. And then it stores your signal of where you're going. He's going to station 4. And then sends it out here. Up here there's a detector rail that will count one player down and then send the signal into the core. In here we actually have the same kind of memory cells and counter with a selector. Only this one has 2 memory cells. The one above in the cyan wall is where your destination gets stored, so we should see a 4 here, and that's a 4. And since he came from the eastern direction, we should also see a 4 down here in the magenta. And we did. So if there were more players than him, this system will count up, and the design of changeable memory cells that Crafty Masterman showed a video on called Comparator Circuits, that combined with this knows and compares the origination signal with the destination signal. These are then sent into the core, where I used Mumbo Jumbo's selector to interpret the origination signal, and then send up a signal to a piston that will tell these booths whose turn it is. That is these pistons. They will then extend, and a pulse will be sent into the booth and send you off. If you're the only player, this track will just change and let you right through. The intersection, of course, is the original design of Maizuma with only one change. Of course, I extended the torches to handle all other redstone systems, but the change I made was that in the bottom, he just sent the destination signal out to every direction. This cannot be done since we're dependent on these buffers, and they only have for 5 players and should only know where the player going into that direction is going to. So we used his destination selector in the intersection to extend with pistons that will tell the system where to send out the destination signal. That retransmission of the destination signal is again the original design by Maizuma Games. It only has 1 memory cell, and that's why we have the 15 cells out there. That stores then the destination signal, and when a player reaches detector 1, this impulse gets sent out in the direction of the player's station. So most of it is the original designs. CR3W Productions gave me the idea for these waiting slots, but I had to redesign a lot of it. First off, I gave it a flip-flop so that players wouldn't be running into each other, and I had to cross-power them, so this detector rail actually controls this rail, and so forth. Only the first rail out here is controlled by the intersection. The rest of them are actually independent and will only send players through if somebody has actually crossed the detector rail and are waiting here for their turn. So that's pretty much how it works, and it's quite simple. Of course, there's a lot of mumbo jumbo pulse extenders, and all the legends actually helped me make this. I just combined it into multiplayer intersection. The limits of it is 15 people, since there's only 15 memory slots, but the system can process a person for every 3 chunks of traveling time out of the intersection, which actually means that it can handle about 19 people if all the slots are filled. But I've only been able to test it with 2 people and some empty minecarts that of course travel faster than minecarts with people in it. I tried with villagers, but that's just stupid. They won't comply, they won't get into the minecarts, so I actually need to test it with more people to be 100% certain for it to work. But you can still have 15 stations, and it doesn't matter how many people who wants to go in the same direction. There will only be more waiting time. So of course, again, I'm gonna give some credit out to the people who actually designed the shit I just put together and made work. Go check out Crafty Master Man's channel and his videos. They will help improve your redstone. Go check out Mumbo Jumbo. He makes some crazy stuff. Cyronaut, unfortunately, he has no channel yet. I will keep pushing on. Mr. QB, also a great legend, but I actually don't use any of it. Go check out his channel. Anywho, Maizuma Game Station. I'm new to his games, but definitely check out his channel. So that's it for me today, guys. Thank you for watching my first ever video on Zombie Baby Riding the Chicken channel. If you would like to see more, press that like button and subscribe. You can comment down below with a request or a challenge and let me know what you think. Bye!